Hello and welcome to another marvelous video. In today's video, get prepared to delve into the exciting realm of Mortal Kombat as we uncover the mysteries behind another legendary fighter. Our focus for today is the formidable King Gorbak. King Gorbak, the patriarch of the Shokan race, is Prince Goro's father and the spouse of Queen Mai, Goro's mother. He governs Kwatan, the kingdom and ancestral home of the Shokans. This character has been featured in various Mortal Kombat media, including the official Mortal Kombat 2 comic book, the animated movie Mortal Kombat The Journey Begins, and the non-canon Malibu comic series. Get ready for an exciting ride as we delve into the origins of King Gorbak and discover why he plays a significant role in the overall narrative. So let's begin. History of King Gorbak, Classic Timeline. King Gorbak debuted in the Mortal Kombat 2 Collector's Edition comic book, a prequel to the Mortal Kombat 2 game published by Midway. He was the ruler of the four-armed Shokan race. Fueled by his anger over his son Goro's defeat in the first game, he dispatched Kintaro to assist Shao Kahn in annihilating the remaining Earthrealm warriors. He insisted on bringing Shang Tsung to Kwatan for execution in the presence of the Shokan. Shao Kahn, though, chose to spare Shang Tsung to learn about his intentions. To comply, King Gorbak suggested sending a Kwatan warrior for assistance and offered the help of Kintaro. Continuing the original timeline, we encounter a reference to King Gorbak in the Mortal Kombat 4 limited edition comics. Goro expressed his ambition to assume the leadership of the Shokan, suggesting that King Gorbak had passed away sometime between Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. Nevertheless, the official status of this comic is a subject of debate, even though Midway officially published it as a prelude to the game Mortal Kombat 4. In the less than impressive animated film Mortal Kombat The Journey Begins, he briefly appears in a cameo, reusing the same character model as Prince Goro. In the movie, he also has an elder son named Durak, whom Goro kills to assume the title of Crown Prince of the Shokan. Gorbak resurfaces later in the new timeline in Mortal Kombat X comic series from DC Comics. Reset timeline. After Emperor Kotal Khan defeated and humiliated Goro by cutting off his arms and sparing his life, he expected Gorbak, following the Shokan principles of honor, to execute his son. However, Kotal underestimated the depth of Gorbak's love for Goro. Seeing his son in such a state, Gorbak, with tears in his eyes, allowed Goro to stand. Even though Goro believed he was no longer a worthy heir and pleaded for his father to end his life, Gorbak refused. To safeguard her people from the oppression of imperial rule under an Oshtek, Gorbak ordered a Shokan army under the leadership of Kintaro to attack while the emperor was weakened. Soon we see King Gorbak supervise the Shokan assault on Zunkara, wielding a battle axe as the Shokan forces storm through the shattered defensive wall encircling the city. When he notices Johnny Cage struggling amidst the debris, Gorbak commands his troops to eliminate him, insisting on no survivors and demanding the city's complete destruction. Gorbak and the Shokan pursue Cage, unknowingly trailing him to Kotal Khan and Sonya Blade. During the final stages of the Shokan siege, Gorbak engages in a duel with Kotal Khan, wielding twin broadswords with two of his hands. He draws first blood on the Oshtak leader and expresses his disappointment in Kotal's abilities, expecting to face a formidable opponent akin to the blood god incarnate, considering Kotal's earlier display with Goro. Gorbak taunts Kotal, labeling him an inexperienced ruler losing grip on his empire. When Kotal attempts to remind him of their past alliance, Gorbak clarifies that they were lords and vassals, not equals, and knocks Kotal down. Then Gorbak passionately declares that his people demand justice, signaling the end of the Khan's era in the Outworld and the rise of the Shokan reign. Gorbak thoroughly dominates his battle against Kotal, daring the Emperor to showcase his strength and proudly proclaiming the Shokan as unbeatable. Engaging his sword with Kotal's blade, Gorbak hurls Kotal into a wall, simultaneously driving Kotal's sword into his shoulder. Amid the chaos, Kotal unexpectedly queries Gorbak on how to halt an unstoppable army. When Kotal takes Gorbak by the face and starts to partially pull off his face before crushing the Shokan King's skull between his hands, Gorbak sneers that he will die before figuring out that particular puzzle. In the end, Gorbak's corpse was given to the Shokan, who took their king's body and fled. Gorbak's corpse was ceremoniously wrapped in bandages and cremated once they returned to Kwatan. What makes King Gorbak so deadly? In his initial depiction, King Gorbak was portrayed as an elderly member of the Draco lineage among the Shokan. He sported gray hair and a beard adorned with a magenta cape, a golden crown, and gold armbands. Upon his return in the Mortal Kombat X comics, Gorbak largely preserved his previous appearance except for a few changes. His cape had transformed to red and his arm guards were now gray. While he was not shown fighting initially, Gorbak's combat skills were unveiled in the alternate timeline. Unlike Goro or Kintaro, Goro who rely on their draw strength along with jumps and projectile attacks, Gorbak favors close combat with weapons and melee strikes. He strategically utilizes all 4 of his arms in battle to gain the upper hand. Gorbak possesses remarkable agility, allowing him to swiftly maneuver and react in battle situations, making it difficult for opponents to land hits. As the king of the Shogun, Gorbak is a natural leader commanding respect and loyalty from his people. His strategic acumen and leadership skills make him a formidable force on the battlefield. He also exhibits exceptional marksmanship, displaying accuracy and precision with ranged weaponry, enhancing his effectiveness in long-range combat. Gorbak is proficient in various weapons, displaying expertise in their usage during combat. Whether wielding swords, axes, or other melee weapons, he can seamlessly incorporate these tools into his fighting style, enhancing his versatility on the battlefield. In conclusion, King Gorbak possesses a diverse set of abilities. These traits collectively establish him as a powerful and adaptable fighter within the Mortal Kombat universe. After all, he is Goro's daddy. Okay, that did not sound nice. Marvelous verdict. That brings us to the end of this video. In the classic timeline, Gorbak's strategic brilliance and unwavering determination were evident as he led the Shogun forces against enemies like Shao Kahn and Kotal Kahn. His leadership and combat prowess, particularly in his duel with Kotal Kahn, showcased his resilience and formidable skills. Despite facing immense challenges, including losing his son Goro and the Shogun's struggle for freedom, Gorbak's legacy endures through his people. Furthermore, Gorbak's character evolution in the Reset timeline portrayed a father's unconditional love for his son. Even after his defeat and humiliation, his refusal to execute Goro highlighted his compassion and the depths of his paternal love. Gorbak's tragic demise at the hands of Kotal Kahn marked the end of an era, symbolizing the Shogun's fight for justice and independence. With a timeline reset once more, we anticipate King Gorbak to return soon, and this time, fans hope to see him as a playable character. Whose backstory from the Mortal Kombat universe are you curious to explore next? Let us know in the comments section below. If you liked this video, remember to hit that like button and share it with everyone you know. We'll see you soon.